Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier? The black barrier is to tell Joseph Walker if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll give you a better level.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News Summary of 12. My name is Hansen Derka Present. Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life, that's what you see. I have a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life, that's what I live, you know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads in this country.
We are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to True FM 96.1.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier? The black barrier is to tell Joseph Walker if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll give you a better level.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Welcome to News Desk, 45 minutes of news from the News and Current Affairs Department here at the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. Today is Thursday, September 5, 2024. My name is Marka Davis. Presenting this news program is powered by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. In the headlines, in the wake of ongoing talks with his foreign counterpart to boost the country's development agenda, President Joseph Boakai reaffirms Liberia's commitment to the China-Africa Partnership. House of Representatives passes a bill to amend and codify certain provisions of the Liberia Aliens and Nationality Law of 2022, as proposed by Nemba County Representative Musa Belite. After closing down China Union concession recently for violation of environmental regulations, EPA grants the company a temporary permit to reopen after paying 20,000 United States dollars against a 120,000 US dollar fine. And away from home, Olympic athlete Rebecca Chitega has died days after being set ablaze by her ex-boyfriend, the BBC is reporting. The details of these developments, including the bulletin of news, voices of the newsmakers, sports, are all part of this presentation. We're taking a short break to be back.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
Well, thanks for joining us. We will now join Johnson Matoma for the news bulletin.
Good evening, Maka. Good evening to all. Amidst ongoing talks with his foreign counterparts to boost the country's development agenda, President Joseph Boakai has reaffirmed his commitment to the China-Africa Partnership, addressing a high-level meeting on state governance on Thursday in Beijing, China. President Barker said his government is on the path to transformation through the arrest agenda. The president believes that the partnership must be based on accountability and transparency, fundamental to the code of good governance. He hailed the president of China for organizing the 2024 Forum on China-Africa Cooperation and therefore urged African countries to treat the summit with honesty and dedication. The Liberian president also disclosed readiness to carry out major development projects in Liberia. The House of Representatives passed a bill to amend and codify certain provisions of the Liberia Aliens and Nationality Law of 2022. The bill titled Amended Aliens and Nationality Law of 2024 was passed unanimously during the third-day sitting of the second extraordinary section of the legislature on 35th September 2024. It was submitted by Representative Musa Beleti of Electoral District 7, Nima County, on February 13, 2024. The enactment of the amended provisions aims to revise and modernize the law, particularly with respect to citizen immigration, naturalization, and employment. It will also ensure gender equity, provide policies and regulations that conform to present-day domestic and global realities. The bill was then forwarded to the Liberian Senate for concurrence. Meanwhile, addressing the media following the passage of the bill, the prominent Representative Musa Beleti thanked his colleagues for voting to pass the instrument. He expressed hope that the Senate will concord with the House decision to ensure it becomes law because it will allow Liberians around the world to exercise their citizenship in spite of holding nationality to other countries. The Environmental Protection Agency of Liberia has granted China Union a temporary permit allowing the company to resume operations for 3 months. This decision gives China Union the opportunity to fully comply with the Environmental Protection and Management Law of Liberia. The permit was issued following China Union's payment of 20,000 United States dollars per payment of the 120,000 fine imposed by the EPA. According to a release from the EPA, the company has also committed to adhering to the environmental protection and management law requirements. Recently, the EPA ordered the closure of China Union due to the company's failure to comply with environmental regulations. The agency said the decision to reopen China Union was because on September 2, 2024, China Union's management acknowledged their violation of the environmental laws and committed to achieving full compliance. They officially appealed to the EPA for a temporary permit, seeking 3 to 6 months to rectify their status and achieve compliance, while at the same time requesting a waiver of the fine, citing their lack of active operations over the past 6 months and emphasizing the importance of the public-private partnership. The Civil Servants Agency has announced it has blocked 613 civil servants from the government payroll as part of its crackdown on payroll fraud. The CSA Director General Josiah Jukai said over 6,000 more civil servants risk potential removal pending further verification. Jukai disclosed that the ongoing payroll clean-up exercise has uncovered widespread fraud, costing the government millions of dollars. And speaking at the Ministry of Information regular press briefing on Thursday, the CSA boss stated that numerous transactions through the mobile money payment system used for salary disbursement have failed to align with payroll records. Josiah Jukai revealed that these include payments made to agents, businesses, and individuals not listed on the official payroll. He told the Liberian media that individuals trusted to serve this country have deliberately defrauded the state, thereby announcing the immediate blocking of 613 names from the payroll, pending further verifications and investigation. In addition to these immediate actions, Josiah Jukite warned that additional 6,387 civil servants are raised or been blocked based on recommendations from the General Auditing Commission. A national compliance audit previously revealed that about 9,000 employees could not be verified during the verification process or exercise, representing potential losses of $3.7 million in monthly salaries. Usajuga also revealed that about 400 fraudulent mobile money transactions in July 2024 alone cost the government more than $36 million Liberian dollars and 570,600 annually. We reported that in total, the government had lost 89.37 million Liberian dollars and more than 1.68 million United States dollars annually. Due to these payroll discrepancies, the CSA boss also meanwhile vowed to work closely with legal authorities to hold those responsible accountable. Civil Law Code, that's Criminal Code C, authority shut down the operation of Broombank Liberia Limited in connection to over $2.3 million dollars restitution payment. Broombank took over from Global Bank Liberia Limited, who was found guilty years ago in a criminal action instituted by businessman George Kalando after the bank was indicted for stealing millions of United States dollars from his petroleum company's account. The subordinate court judgment was upheld by the Supreme Court, and over $2 million United States dollars were awarded to the Liberian businessman. The bank, according to RCI judicial correspondent, entered into an agreement with George Kalando to pay 20% of the amount and remaining to be paid later. But since then, the bank has failed to pay the remaining $1,803,320 United States dollars, will lead to George Blambo Dixon's September 5, 2024 of execution for the closure of the bank after a bill of information was filed through the court by George Kalando's legal team as provided by law. The Ministry of Finance and Development Planning has announced several measures aimed at avoiding budget shortfall. Speaking on State Radio Thursday, Acting Minister of Finance Anthony Mayo said the ministry is encouraging or engaging with state-owned enterprises to help them improve on their contribution to the budget. According to him, the ministry is also collaborating with the Liberian Revenue Authority to improve the real estate expansion to support the revenue generation. Acting Minister Myers further said, with the decentralization of the real estate tax policy worldwide, that's nationwide, local authorities will help the central administration to identify and ensure that the revenues are collected for potential taxpayers to support the budget. Some parents whose children are benefiting from the financial assistance provided by the Soul Clinic United Men Association have lauded the institution for the kind gesture. The Soul Clinic United Men Association Authority embarked on the distribution of some school materials as public schools and at the same time provided school fees for 5 students with high marks at each of the benefit institutions. Speaking to journalists after the organization made a payment of their children's school fees, the parents and administrators of the school thanked the Soul Clinic United Men Association for bringing what they described as a great relief to them. The parents used the occasion to urge members of the association to extend the gesture to all struggling parents. Also speaking to RCI News after the distribution exercise, the chairman of the Soul Clinic United Men Association, Jordan, said the gesture is the association's way of giving back to society through community service. that noted that the Soul Clinic United Men Association consists of permanent and like-minded individuals after realizing the need to unite and work together for the betterment of the community at Liberia at large. Benefiting schools include the Dama Creek Maurice's Farm at Soul Clinic Public Schools, receive chalks, reading bowls, copy bowls, remote sheets, among others. The Labour Minister, Councillor Cooper Kerr, has embarked on a tour to construction sites across the 15 counties. Speaking Wednesday upon his return from the China Union Mining Company in Beaumont, Minister Cooper Kerr said the tour intended to assess the conceptual agreement or areas to ascertain the workers' working conditions in the area. According to him, the Ministry of Labour of Liberia will put into place corrective measures at areas where workers will be seen not in a good condition. He meanwhile pledged the government's commitment to ensuring a conducive working environment and salaries be provided by workers in line with the Decent Work Act. And away from Liberia, Olympic athlete Rebecca Chipika has died this after being dubbed impetuous set ablaze by a former boyfriend. The 33-year-old Ugandan maritime runner who competed in the recent Paris Olympics has suffered extensive burns after Sunday attack. The authorities in northwest Kenya, where she lived and trained, said she was targeted after returning home from church with her two children. Her father, Joseph, said that he had lost a supportive daughter following a fellow Ghanaian Alice James Carroll told the BBC about her generosity, and she had helped others run out financially. Thus, the news bulletin is back to Maka.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
Into Truth FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier? The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll keep your later Liberia.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are
Starting of news, it is a regular feature here on News Decks. If you're just joining us in one of the top stories we are following tonight, after closing down China Union concession recently for violations of environmental regulations, EPA grants the company a temporary permit to reopen after paying 20,000 United States dollars against a 120,000 US dollar fine. In our first development amidst ongoing talks with his foreign counterpart to boost the country's development agenda, President Joseph Boakai has reaffirmed his commitment to the China-Africa Partnership. Addressing a high-level meeting on state governance on Thursday in Beijing, China, President Boakai said his government is on the path of transformation through the arrest agenda. The Liberian leader believes that the partnership must be based on accountability and transparency, fundamental to the code of good governance.
We are preparing to back some significant initiatives such as waterside, Freeport Act for growth, the construction of two proposed overhead bridges, laying out our cities and high water supply system, and the design and construction of a sewage system in the rural. The government of the Republic of Liberia remains fully committed to the ideas and objectives of FOCA and places great importance on the bilateral relationship with the People's Republic of China. This partnership has yielded a mutual benefit for both our nations, with Liberia's progress reflecting the broader challenges and triumphs of Africa as a whole.
His President Joseph Boakai addressing the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation in Beijing today. The House of Representatives has passed a bill to amend and codify certain provisions of the Liberia Aliens and Nationality Law of 2022. The bill entitled Amended Aliens and Nationality Law 2024 was passed unanimously during the third-day sitting of the second extraordinary section of the legislature on Thursday in Monrovia. It was submitted by Representative Responsibility of Electoral District Number 7, Nema County, on February 13. The enactment of the amended provisions aims to revise and modernize the law, particularly with respect to citizenship, immigration, naturalization, and employment. It also ensures gender equity, provides policies and regulations that conform to present-day domestic and global realities. The bill has been forwarded to the Liberian Senate for concurrence. Meanwhile, addressing the media following the passage of the bill, the proponent, Representative Belity, thanked his colleagues for voting to pass the instrument. He expressed hope that the Senate will concur with the House's decision to ensure it becomes law because it will allow Liberians around the world to exercise their citizenship in spite of holding nationalities to other countries.
Let me use this time to thank my colleagues of the Honorable House of Representatives for taking this action that is long overdue, which gives Liberians who are natural born the right to always maintain their citizenship. That's the main crux of this law. And once you are a natural born Liberian and you go anywhere and become citizen, you cannot lose citizenship. Our brothers and sisters around the world, our children around the world, we now exercise their citizenship in spite of holding the citizenship of other countries. What this bill does, it just brings us into par with the rest of the world. We were behind. There's no other country in the world that is stopping their citizens from becoming citizens simply because people suffer, especially in the case of Liberia, where the war drove people and they go somewhere, they struggle, they earn citizenship in other countries. And then you say, because they have achieved something, now you want to punish them. I'm happy that there is passed. We hope that the Senate will concur, and for once, Liberians will enjoy their birthright and their children. Not just us, our children will enjoy this. Politicians don't have to hide anymore and go to Accra or to go to America or other countries. You can show your foreign passport, you can show your Latino passport. It's a shame that the my children coming from America and they have to bring visa. So this bill, it also allows foreigners, travelers across the world to get in a plane, come to Liberia. When you reach at the border, you got what we call visa on the map.
Here's Nemba County District 7 Representative Musa Belity there speaking. The Director General of the Bureau of State-Owned Enterprises at the Massaquoi has outlined several challenges facing the Bureau. He named the lack of framework to hold heads of SOEs accountable. He said this has led to heads of these enterprises ignoring the authority of the Bureau and acting in non-compliance with the laws establishing the institution. He said going forward, the Bureau has embarked on policy framework to ensure that all SOEs are in compliance and accountable.
When I took over as Director General of the BSE, I met the Bureau in a complete state of operational dormancy, a state of affairs attributed to the lack of political will to strengthen its authority and operational capacity. Due to the lack of political will, the Bureau has found it difficult over the years to exert itself as an influential oversight authority for SOEs and is challenged in executing its functions effectively. This has affected the BSE's ability to effectively monitor the operations and performance of SOEs to ensure accountability and transparency in their operations. Key amongst constraints confronting the BSE's oversight of SOEs is the existing weak legal and regulatory frameworks for the oversight of the governance of SOEs. The BSE's statutory authority is unclear in the existing legal and regulatory frameworks, while some SOE foundational laws are also inconsistent with the PFM laws and the BSE decree. A clear governance framework and an efficient monitoring system for SOEs are also lacking. These are the main issues that have made it difficult for the BSE to establish itself as an influential oversight authority for SOEs, thus leading to the weak oversight of SOEs for years. Consequently, non-compliance, lack of accountability, and waste and abuse of resources across state-owned enterprises are prevalent, thereby affecting the effective delivery of core public services and hence undermine national growth and development. Let me say without mincing words that many of our SOEs are marred with mismanagement and abuse of resources they control to provide services to Liberians. The heads of many SOEs feel that they do not owe accountability to the Liberian people, who are the owners, enterprises, the head. Therefore, they deliberately fail to submit the operational reports to the BSE for consolidation and publication to the public in flagrant violation of the PFM laws. This is because the existing laws do not specifically provide sanctions for heads of SOEs when they violate the laws.
At the same time, Arthur Masakwe says the Bureau of State Enterprises and the Governance Commission have embarked on the development of policies covering SOEs in the country. He has meanwhile called on the heads of the state-owned enterprises to collaborate and cooperate with the Bureau and the GC in the policy formulation process.
As the BSE embarks on its sector reform journey, we also look forward to the support of all SOE stakeholders and other state actors for the effective implementation of our proposed strategic reforms to strengthen the governance and oversight of the SOE sector as a means of curbing waste and equity in the sector. As you may be aware, the President issued a statement just yesterday mandating the management of the BSE and GC to collaborate in formulating a comprehensive corporate governance policy that will address the existing gaps and bypasses in the sector and harmonize SOE's operations. The President's mandate to the BSE and GC reflects the government's commitment to driving sector-wide reforms, ensuring efficiency and fostering an environment of accountable governance within state enterprises. Let me say thank you to His Excellency Joseph Numa Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia, for the political will extended to the Bureau as we all endeavor to strengthen transparency and accountability in fostering the goals of the arrest agenda for inclusive development.
Arthur Masakwe is the Director General of State-owned, that's the Bureau of State Enterprises. They're speaking at the Ministry of Information regular press briefing on Thursday. The Ministry of Finance and Development Planning has announced several measures aimed at avoiding budget shortfall. Speaking on State Radio Thursday, Acting Finance Minister Anthony Myers said the ministry is engaging with state-owned enterprises to help them improve on their contribution to the budget. According to him, the ministry is also collaborating with the Liberia Revenue Authority to improve the real estate tax expansion to support revenue generation.
A number of issues or a number of measures, like I mentioned earlier, on the Ministry of Finance, and we are engaged with SOEs because we saw that SOE underperformance on the revenue side is one of the key drivers of the revenue shortfall. Then on the LRA side too, they are tightening up their enforcement. They are introducing digitalization to ensure that revenue is captured, not declared by the potential taxpayers. And also nationwide, we intend to expand one top revenue source, which is real estate revenue. So this is one area that we can capitalize on, especially with the decentralization component, where local authorities become partners in identifying the owners of real property and levying the appropriate taxes. Even though some will be shared, it will be shared, but when we're not getting revenue before, we will begin to get revenue. So those are some of the measures that we are taking collaboratively with the revenue authority to ensure that. Okay, so like I said, from the finance ministry and the expenditure monitoring, we will look into their books. If you say, for example, you spend X million on a given project, one of the things that has appeared is that project expenditure will consistently appear in their books for many years, and project implementation has specific timeline. If you are building a structure, it takes a number of years to complete. It can't be continuous.
Yes, Acting Finance Minister Anthony Mars there speaking today on state radio during a joint interview. The Civil Service Agency has announced it has blocked 613 civil servants from the government payroll as part of its crackdown on payroll fraud. CSA Director General Josiah Jokai said over 6,000 more civil servants risk potential removal pending further verification. Jokai further disclosed that the ongoing payroll cleanup exercise has uncovered widespread fraud costing the government millions of dollars. He spoke at the Ministry of Information regular press briefing on Thursday.
We reached out to them to free them of publicity forms for a rate of to system so the two GSM companies to produce transaction history subject of form will be exposed. Masterminds will be named and knows how this malicious act will be being empowered for justification. The government has lost already $89.3 billion and $1.6 billion to these discrepancies. The following is at the moment decided. Actions. One, the 166 individuals receiving part of their salaries through mobile money and the other part through banks will be lapsed immediately pending for notice. The 220 both names on the payroll not match those associated with mobile money accounts will also be lapsed effective immediately. Our action is ongoing on this. The 7 million businesses that have received payments to their accounts will be turned over to the appropriate authority for following. Individuals responsible for sending salaries to 223 mobile money accounts but are not on the payroll will be forwarded to the relevant authority for investigation. A total of 613 names on the payroll will be blocked effective immediately on the quarter investigation or verification is carried out.
He is the Director General of the Civil Service Agency, Josiah Jokai, there speaking at the Ministry of Information regular press briefing on Thursday. You are listening to News Desk, 45 minutes of news from the News and Current Affairs Department here at the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. We broadcast from Dupodru in Pinsville, outside the nation's capital, Monrovia. If you are just joining us, the top stories we are following tonight in the wake of ongoing talks with his foreign counterparts to boost the country's development agenda, President Joseph Boakai reaffirms Liberia's commitment to the China-Africa Partnership. House of Representatives passes a bill to amend and codify certain provisions of the Liberia Aliens and Nationality Law of 2022 as proposed by Nemba County Representative Musa Beliste. After closing down China Union concession recently for violations of environmental regulations, EPA grants the company a temporary permit to reopen after paying 20,000 United States dollars against a 120,000 US dollar fine. And of the home front Olympic athlete Rebecca Chitega has died days after being set ablaze by her ex-boyfriend, according to the BBC. We're taking this short break to be right back.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrel?
On news desk tonight, in more news, Labour Minister Councillor Kopakura has embarked on a tour of constructional sites across the 15 counties. Speaking Wednesday upon his return from the China Union Mining Company in Bong County, Minister Kura said the tour was intended or is intended to access the constructional areas to ascertain the workers' condition. According to him, the Ministry of Labor will put in place corrective measures at areas where workers will be seen not in good conditions.
We would like the general public to be aware that we have commenced a tour of all of our construction areas. We started with the Bone Mining Company or China Union. We intend to cover Via Mountain. The Western Crossing is closed right now, but we will be going to Buchanan. From Buchanan, we will be proceeding to Metastee. And once the road condition improve, we'll be going to Golden Valorian to make sure that we assess the situation, the workers' working conditions in those places. It is how we intend to thoroughly look at these, the conditions in the places, and where there are needs for corrective actions to be taken, we definitely will do that. But this was one of the promises we made. We took over that we would not just be working for the office, but we will reach out and identify with our people the plight of our workers. It will continue to be paramount for us. That's why we started this exercise. At the end of the exercise, we'll be able to speak to our people to see what are some of the findings and some of the recommendations that we'll consider to make to our partners.
Labour Minister Councillor Kopakura there speaking. Some parents whose children are benefiting from a financial assistance provided by the Soul Clinic United Men Association have lauded the organization for the kind gesture. The Soul Clinic United Men Association on Thursday embarked on the distribution of school materials at some public schools and at the same time provided school fees for 5 students with high marks at each of the benefiting schools. Speaking to journalists after the organization made a payment of their children's fees, the parents thanked the Soul Clinic United Men Association for bringing what they describe as a great relief to them. The parents used the occasion to urge members of the association to extend the gesture to other struggling parents.
I'm so excited for the opportunity. Actually, I was not expecting so much since my daughter started. It is the first time I received this amount of opportunity in my way now. So I'm excited, I'm happy. Thank you for everything. It's an opportunity. I myself, I will lay foundation for others to be like my daughter.
Yeah. Other words, I know what to say. I'm too happy, and I expect this to happen today. I'm very happy. I tell you, thank you. I'm praying for the other children to be there, to go far and to be there. I get fine. Therefore, thank you. I know how to. Other words, so I tell you, thank you very much for the organization. I'm here the Sota of the Diamond Creek Public School. We are grateful to God first, and we say a very big thank you to Soul Clinic United Men Association. As you people have decided to bless the children, we pray that more blessing come to you people. Thank you for the books, and we pray that it will be used for the intended purpose. We don't have library now, but we will make sure to secure the books so that the children will be able to use it. On behalf of the principal and administration, we say thank you to Soul Clinic United Men Association. Thank you. Well, my expectation to see the children of Liberia get quality education as you people have started to invest, and to better the education system, not only for the children to be right, for them, but also for them to have moral value, to value the education and to value themselves as students. So I can assure you by Monday, God's grace, we'll have students on campus where parents will be able to get their children uniforms, get their proper 1,000 registration for boarding schools. My name is Iroke Plebo. I say thank you for your coming. Thank you for the children also. Yeah, I want to tell the parents to be able to help for their children to be coming because education is important. So
well, some parents there praising the Soul Clinic United Men Association for providing some school materials and paying fees for their children during their kind gesture in the area. Also speaking to RCR News after the distribution, the chairman of the association, To Dan, said the gesture is the association's way of giving back to the society through community service. Dan noted that the Soul Clinic Men or United Men Association consists of prominent and like-minded individuals after realizing the need to unite and work together for the betterment of the community and Liberia at large. Well, we not laying our hands on the voice of To Dan right here on the news program. We are hoping that we can have that.
A year now, we organize ourselves as soaking the men went around. We will be meeting occasionally, so now we invite your friend when you have a program. So from that moment, we started to organize ourselves so that we can give it back to the community. So we have been doing it, and we have our monthly due. Every month, we just coming out. Pay $10 then USD, then you pay $1,500 or LD for another activity. So we are decided now to be giving it out to our community. Then it's not only school. We go back to another project that the community need. About 3 schools that are presently in our community now. We send people around to assess. We go as far as doing sanitation, and we're doing an assessment in the community to see how things will be, where they need the rise to protect their people. So happy. Normally when we have the program, because beside the social, we can have the social aspect to encourage people to come. So after they are come, then we tell them the motive that behind the whole thing, that we want to help our people. So we have the social aspect and the financial aspect. So we are inviting people to come and join so that our community can benefit. The membership, we are about up to 15. So we open an account with the RB Bank. What we're having, everything is okay. Oh, we gave out a chalk, rings of paper, and based on student schools. We want for the other community because almost in Pinsville, in Liberia, generally we have the community peace organization, we have the community chairman, we have all that one back to them all. But besides having that thing, we need to come together and see what we can do for the community. Not everything will come from government all the time. So we are appealing to them so that they can see how we are started, so that they can learn from us.
He is To Dan, the president of the Soul Clinic United Men Association. They're speaking following a distribution of school materials in the community on Thursday. Well, folks, this is how we love to draw the curtains on tonight's presentation of News Dex. But before we go, a recap of the top stories we followed. In the wake of ongoing talks with his foreign counterparts to boost the country's development agenda, President Joseph Boakai reaffirms Liberia's commitment to the China-Africa Partnership. House of Representatives passes a bill to amend and codify certain provisions of the Liberia Aliens and Nationality Law of 2022 as proposed by Nemba County Representative Musa Belete. After closing down China Union Concession recently for violations of environmental regulations, EPA grants the company a temporary permit to reopen after paying $20,000 against a $120,000 fine. Now, the home front Olympic athlete Rebecca Chitaga has died days after after being set ablaze by her ex-boyfriend, the BBC reports. Many thanks to all of you for your listening. Thanks to our reporters, correspondents, and all those who helped to make this edition of News Dex a success. Thanks for our online viewers who are following us on Real TV Live. Johnson Bantoma read for us the news bulletin. Cooper Sanga coordinated the sounds. Mayan Tobin has been behind the cameras. Thanks to our sponsors, Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. My name is Marka Davis. Good night.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Boakai if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we'll take your paper like
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News Summary of 12. My name is Hansen the representative.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I have a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what I live. You know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads in this country.
Yeah, we are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Real TV and listening to Truth FM 96.1.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too!
Without moving an inch.
Here will be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office partner to the Orange Money service. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
I would like